Well, it's Tuesday, and you all know what that means. Well, as you know, NXT continues with its more chaos. Now, a lot of things are going to be taking place, so we're just going to focus on NXT today. Now, we do have, of course, the NXT Women's Championship match. Zarya defends it against Ren Sinclair after that stipulation that happened a week ago. We even have, of course, a very interesting hunt for the NXT Women's Championship. As you probably can guess, Kelly Armstrong and, of course, Kelani Jordan are still on the hunt. We then have, of course, the interesting mixed tag team match. Lizzie Rain, hopefully, if she does team up with Shawn Spears, but we'll see how that goes from there. And then, of course, the main event is a number one contendership for the NXT Championship. Who will be, of course, be the next competitor to take on Tony D'Angelo? Will it be Grayson Waller, or will it be, of course, Cruz Montana? So we'll just have to wait and see about that. And then, of course, as always, we wrap up our episode, as usual, with some news updates, giving you guys updates on what's been happening in the world of wrestling, such as what events the promotions have thrown out, who's booked, what matches are set, including developments that are happening in the world of wrestling as we speak. So, let's get ready with another episode of the Deleted Wrestle Zone.
Are you ready? Get up, get up! 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 Get up, get up!
Hey everyone, welcome to Deleted Wrestle Zone, all things that is pro wrestling with AEW, NXT, New Japan Pro Wrestling, TNA, the National Wrestling Alliance, various promotions, wrestlers, matches, and championships. I am your host, J-Rod here. So, if you are new to the channel, welcome. This is a channel we do a lot of pro wrestling reviews from various promotions, not only here in the United States, but also in Japan, Mexico, Canada, Europe, the UK, anywhere wrestling is not as big, but it continues to grow. We even, of course, do discussion videos, talk about various topics such as the wrestlers themselves, the promotions, factions, storylines, whatever we want to talk about. We even, of course, do more news updates. If certain information was unable to be on this episode, we can either put it on the next one or on a separate video by itself. We even, of course, do some real-time news updates to keep you guys on alert if something has happened in the world of wrestling that needs to be addressed ASAP. We even, of course, got the Nike Sayaka watch and various other cool wrestling content as well. So if you like what you see, please subscribe to us and click on that subscribe button. You'll be getting videos just like this and other cool wrestling content as well. But if you like this episode, please give us a like on the like button or a nice comment in the description down below. Now, enough of the jibber jabbers. Let's get to it. So, it's our only review for today, NXT. Okay, NXT. We opened up with the mixed tag team match, the calling Izzy Dame and Nico Vance taking on Lizzie Rain. But of course, it was supposed to be her and Shawn Spears. Now, last week, Lizzie said that she doesn't trust Shawn, and of course, he didn't even bother showing up. So basically, Lizzie went on her own. So that's one of the things that kind of goes out of like what just happened. Now, I don't know what really happened in that part, but of course, the culling would have assumed that this is the end of Lizzie, to pay retribution for that loss thanks to Shawn Spears. But what no one expected, EK Prosper, who was not scheduled to be there, just decided, you know what, I'm going to go there and help her out. And that's exactly what it did. I don't think the culling expected that coming from him, but he was the one who picked up the win when he applied that amazing moonsault. And just like that, 1, 2, 3, boom, Lizzie and EK Prosper win the match. Now, as you probably saw, that we saw some highlights of last week with Miles Bourne and Taven Heights, our new NXT Tag Team Champions. So you probably can guess. Now, of course, there's going to be sharks in the water waiting for them. I mean, we saw OTN, Legacy and Ducks, and many others, of course, that really was going to probably be the next competitor as a challenger. So we'll see where that goes from there. Now, of course, we saw an interview with Lizzie and EK Prosper talk about their win. However, someone decided, no, sorry, ain't gonna happen. That person is Callie Armstrong, because as you know, Callie Armstrong is determined to prove a point that she deserves a shot of the NXT Women's Championship. But however, it was Kelani Jordan who comes out in a way like, oh hell no, bitch, it's not gonna happen. So basically, you can tell this is gonna be. But of course, Kendall Gray is not an idiot. She knows there are people coming for her belt. So basically, she put out a contract and she gave it to Kelani Jordan. I don't know what's. And then, of course, both Ren and Kendall got knocked out. So we'll see what happens until then. Now, Mr. Stone, of course, was talking to Cruz Montana and all that, ready for his upcoming #1 contendership match that will be taking place. And Kiana Carver just showed up and said, of course, good luck. But, of course, Mr. Stone was wondering what the hell is going on here. So he doesn't buy this whole relief thing. But Kiana is saying, look, you saw what I did last week. That was impressive, wasn't it? Yeah, that was very impressive. So basically, he said there's more to come. Now, I don't know exactly what he's going to do, but we'll see. Now, we had Leon Lennox taking on Saquon Sugas. As you all know, Saquon is on the verge of destroying the Dark State after what they did to him not too long ago, like maybe a month or two. So basically, they've been going back and forth. But of course, Dark State was going to be there helping him out. That's exactly what they would do to prove their dominance. And just like that, of course, because of the interference, even though the ref didn't see, they took out Saquon and Lennox picked up the win. 1, 2, 3, it was done. Now, Mr. Stone was in talk with Rey Mysterio, of course. He was telling him about the upcoming match where he is choosing wrestlers from Raw or in SmackDown to challenge from Triple H, or should I say from AAA to challenge Roman Reigns. For his championship. But however, he wanted to find a competitor for the AAA Cruiserweight Championship against Rey Fenix. So he picked out guys like Parka and a few others. But of course, he decided to give him 2 other challengers for Mr. Stone to pick. And those names have been revealed, and we'll get to that. Now, while Saquon was badly beaten and bruised by the hands of Dark State, well, let's just say Grayson Waller, who is in fact trying to prove a point that the men's locker room has become weak since his return, he fired up Saquon in order to get his hands on Dark State and Leon Lennox. So, I don't know if it's the right move, but it probably could be. But we'll see. Now, our next match is the NXT Women's Championship, North American Championship. Ren Sinclair, who is our current Speed Champion, takes on the champion herself, Zarya. Now, Ren could try to do whatever it takes. Don't forget, she's learning a lot of the technical aspects. Learning from, of course, Charlie Dempsey, what she learned from him, and not to mention Ren. But, of course, things got out of control thanks to the somehow outside interference coming from Lennox and Saquon. But, of course, because of this mess, she got distracted, and Zarya applied the F5, and just like that, 1, 2, 3, it was over. Now, Shallow Hill, as you know, apparently he has things going on with them, and he gave like a bit of a message to the fans. I can't wait to see what he's going to do, but yes. Now, our next match, we have Mason Rook taking on Cam Hendricks. Now, as you know, Mason Rook has been dealing with Cam Hendricks since they bump into each other. Cam acts like he thinks he's a far more bigger star. He looks at Mason Rook, look, fatty, you're nothing. But we all know Mason Rook can tear him apart. But because of things that happened, apparently Cam Hendricks once again cheated his way through by pulling the safety of the turnbuckle, and just like that, he applied Showtime, and just like that, 1, 2, 3, Cam Hendricks won the match. Now, if I was Mason Rook, I probably would say it's not over until I say it's over. Cam can run away, but for how long? Well, we'll see. Now, the Vanity Project made their way to Mr. Stone's office. Now, they believe that what happened at the losing the NXT tag team titles was not fair. But, of course, Mr. Stone, look, it was fair. You lost it the way it happened. But, however, they are demanding their titles back. But, however, Mr. Stone came up with another solution. Since Jackson Drake wants the NXT North American Championship from Miles Morton, he said, here's how it's going to go down. if you beat, of course, him, you probably get another shot of the tag team belt. So basically, that's how it is, the stipulation. But it's gonna happen in one night, so I don't know if that's a good idea, but we'll see. Now, Lexis King takes on Lucian Price of OTM. Of course, as you know, the Birthright has been trying to prove their point that, oh, Lucian, you're going to be on your own because he went on to AAA and all this. Like, he's saying that he thinks of you that you're weak. But, however, in this match, I don't think that's the case on this one. Lucian showed he doesn't need Lucian Price that much, like always. He always will have his back. But he proved them when he put him away with the power bomb, and just like that, 1, 2, 3, Lucian Price picked up the win. Now, Mr. Stone, of course, had a talk with Ren QCC about what just happened, so there'll be more of the speed match and an NXT Women's Championship, so we'll see where that plays out too. Now, it seems that Thea and Jada Parker are now becoming good friends after they had to deal with Natty with her shenanigans about, oh, you're soft and this and that. But we'll see what happens between their friendship. I mean, that's something we do see. Now, Romeo Romero had to tell Noam Dar the great news. Apparently, Mr. Stone has called him, saying that he chose him to be one of the competitors to challenge Rey Fenix for the AAA Cruiserweight Championship. And of course, he feels like, all of that, but Noam Dar told him, hey, don't forget, I was part of the first ever Cruiserweight Classic. And he remembered that too, because he's seen all his taping. And he told, this is a perfect opportunity. That thing I had in my years ago, now it's your turn to step up the game on that. So he told him, you got to do it now. But of course, another person decided to butt in, who claims that he is the self-proclaimed what a real champion should be, and that is the annoying Mr. Tristan Angels. So basically, he's also going to be involved in this. So we'll see where that goes too. Now, Tony D'Angelo makes his way to the ring, watching the match for the one contendership between Cruz Montana and Grayson Waller. Now, of course, Tony D'Angelo said, look, Grayson Waller, he is a talker. I get it. He talks too much. But what he said about my son, if he does win, I'll beat his ass up and shut him up once and for all. But he's not denying about Cruz Montana as a former TNA champion. He knows he can do it, but he'll beat him up too. So he didn't care as long as someone wins. Now, we would have expected maybe at some point there was going to be a winner, but what no one expected is the arrival of Zilla Fatu. Yeah, that's right. Zilla Fatu showed up and took out both of these guys completely. Both Cruz and Waller. Now, of course, Waller's going to complain like a little girl about, like, what the hell? And this and that. But Zilla Fatu made it his intentions clear. He wants the NXT title. So basically, he got sharks coming left and right. So it's all over again for Tony D'Angelo. So we'll see where that leads us there too. So right now, we are officially done with NXT. Let's move on to our last and final thing, news update. Okay, so welcome to our news updates. So right now we only have GCW updates for the upcoming events. So we begin with, of course, as you know, we have the Atlantic City 2-day show, Homecoming Part 1 and 2. Now on Part 1 on the 15th of August, it was announced that the GCW Ultraviolet Championship will be on the line. Otis Cogar, the current champion, will defend it against Anakin Murphy. And then, of course, the following day, which is day 2, we have 2 matches that have been announced. Dr. Redacted take on Bear Bronson. And then we have a tag team match, Top Team versus Controlled Chaos. Now, we do have, of course, the Denver event that will take place on September 11th, Mind Your Business. We have Bear Bronson take on Orin. And then, of course, as you know, we have the Rock Bottom show in Detroit later on. They announced Vandal 48 will be there, Viperous, Joey Janela, Busta in the Brain, and Hollywood Hallie J. Then, of course, they will be returning back to Boise, Idaho, on November 15th. So we still got a long way to go for that one. So I'll keep you guys apprised on that. Now on to some developments here. Well, let's see. Anyway, Natsupoi, as you may or may not have heard, she'll be launching her very own YouTube channel, Natsupoi Channel. Now, I don't know what's the purpose of it, but I don't know if she got the idea from her husband. As you know, Shingo Takagi, who is her real life husband now, has his own channel, so it would be interesting. So the YouTube channel will be launched on the 13th of August. And then finally, of course, I don't know how you guys feel about him. I know there's been a lot of people who don't like him anymore because of what happened back in the back in 2020. Marty Scurll. So Marty Scurll, as you know, has started a tour. Currently, he is right now throughout the month of August in Japan, participating with the promotion Heat Up. It's not one of the bigger promotions, but it's been well recognized in the independent scene. And of course, he'll be in Mexico much of next month. But he does have other events coming up in Austria and other events as well. Even the same thing the following month. And I think that's pretty much it for upcoming events. So let's call it a day. Well, I hope everybody enjoys this episode. Coming up, we have WWE Evolve and, of course, AEW Dynamite. So as you probably can guess, in Dynamite, we will continue with more of the Continental Cup. So I think that's the idea. Now, I don't remember what's going to happen for, of course, Evolve, so I can't wait to do that. So stay tuned for that. But as of right now, we'll end things here, and I'll say this: I will see you guys in the next DWZ time, same DWZ channel. I must bid all of you adieu. So, goodbye, and have a nice day. Bang.